Hello everyone, it's Rob here. Now I know you're waiting to watch your Draw with Rob video, but I thought I'd just pop up right at the very beginning just to tell you about something very exciting. It's my brand new Draw with Rob Monster Madness activity book. Now I'm super proud of this and I think you're really going to like it. I mean, it features him, her, him, and of course her. And as well as those guys, we've also got pages full of puzzles. We've got bits where I've started off the drawings and you get to finish them all off. We've got mix and match monster games in there. We've even got Monster Party invitation kits. And as well as that, of course, you've got your regular draw-alongs, all featuring nice frames for you to draw your pictures in with perforated edges so you can easily tear them out and stick them up on the wall. And then, look, this is really cool. Right at the end, when you've finished your little book, there we go, there's an official monster artist certificate for you to fill in. And again, you can put that one up on the wall. So listen, this book is perfect for any little monsters out there. And me and the gang, come on, let's show you the gang. There we are, me and the gang. Can't wait for you to get this book. It's out on the 22nd of July. So listen, you can pre-order it right now from wherever you get your books. I really hope you like it. Right, I think it's about time you got on with your Draw with Rob video, don't you? Okay, have fun. See you soon. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Draw with Rob. With me, Rob Biddulph. Now then, I am a children's author and illustrator. Maybe you've seen some of my books before. Have you seen this one? It's called Odd Dog Out. It's set in a world full of sausage dogs and it's all about this particular dog. She is the odd dog out and she basically doesn't fit in with everybody else in this world full of sausage dogs. So you can see that everybody looks exactly the same. They all do the same things, dress the same, except for her. She is different. So what she does, she disappears off to try and find somewhere where she does fit in. And in the course of doing that, she learns a very important lesson. You just got to be who you are. You might have seen this book. Now, I was very proud to illustrate this book, written by the great Michael Bond, very famous for the Paddington stories. And I was asked to illustrate his Parsley the Lion stories that he wrote quite a long time ago. And that was a super fun job. And as you can see, it's a really lovely book. It's full of lots of full colour illustrations. I've sort of basically illustrated something on every single page in this book, and it's got some really fun characters in there. Let's see. Oh yes, look, Dill the dog. I really like him. He's very mischievous, and it's a really lovely book. Look, it's even got like a golden lion inside there. So check that one out. It's a nice one for a present. That. But we are here today, as per usual, to do a little drawing together. Let's get that right in the middle. Okay, so I was thinking, right, what can we do today? I thought we'd do something quite simple today, because, you know, we've done some quite complicated drawings in the past. I'm thinking of, I don't know, the steam train. That was a tricky one, wasn't it? Lots and lots of detail in there, or the pirate ship. So I thought we'd do a nice easy one today that you can sort of draw quite quickly, and I think sometimes the very easy ones you can really remember how to draw them. I can show you how to do it once and then you'll just remember how to do it forever after that. So when you want to show off a little bit to your friends, you can say, oh, I'm just going to draw a quick whatever, and just do it really quickly. So I thought, right, what's a nice easy animal to draw? What about a ladybird? Super simple, right? Just lots of circles basically. You'll see what I mean. Right, in case you haven't seen a Draw with Rob video before, this is how they work. Because lots of people tell me they don't think they're very good at drawing, I say, well actually, do you know what? I don't believe you. Everybody can draw. It's just a question of remembering the order to do the drawing in. So this is how this works. I'm going to draw a shape on my piece of paper here. Quite a simple shape. Then I'm going to stop and you are going to copy what I do. Then I will draw a little bit more. Draw what I do. Then I'll draw some more. Then you draw. Then I draw, you draw, 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 and then at the end, we're going to end up with a lovely picture of a ladybird. So what you're going to need, a piece of paper, a pen, or a pencil, something to draw with, maybe something to colour with a bit later on, and that's it. I reckon this one's going to take us about 20 minutes, tops, something like that. So, let's start then, shall we? Right, first thing that I want you to do is, right towards the bottom of your page, I want you to start with a sort of, what shape do you call this? It's like an oval, I guess. An oval. So not quite a circle, not quite a rectangle, something in between. Like that. So sort of long and thin. Okay? Easy peasy start. The next thing we've got to do, remember I said this was a drawing all about circles. We are going to draw a great big circle next. So from about 3/4 of the way down the side of your oval shape, I want you to come out and we're going to draw a great big circle. It goes all the way around like that and comes back in, joining the other side about the same distance down, like that. Now, as you can see, mine is far from a perfect circle. That does not matter at all. What do I always say? There's no such thing as a perfect drawing. There's no such thing as a right answer when it comes to drawing. It's not like maths, is it? There's no hard and fast answers. So if your circle isn't quite perfect, or you can see here, you can see the brush marks in my circle, I love that. I think that's fine. Those little imperfections are what give your drawing character. So whatever you do, if you're not happy with your circle, just keep on drawing. Sometimes you might want to go back in like this and just sort of smoothen up certain areas like that and tidy it up a bit. That's absolutely fine. But don't start again. Just keep on going. See how it ends up. I often find those little bits like that are the bits that I like best about my drawings. Okay? Right. So we've done 2 shapes so far. Nice and easy. Let's draw some more circles, shall we? In that very first shape you drew, towards the right hand side, I want you to draw another circle. Like that. Now slightly towards the bottom of your shape. Can you see I've left a bigger gap there than I have there? And then let's do exactly the same on this side. I'm sure you can guess which part of our ladybird this bit is. Okay? They're the eyes. This bit is the head. Now this is it sort of looks a bit upside down, but I want you to imagine that if this was an actual ladybird, the camera that we were taking this picture with is sort of in front and above, okay? So we are drawing our ladybird slightly from the front, slightly from above, okay? So they're walking that way. So this is going to be our ladybird's body. This is our ladybird's head. I mean, you might think it's meant to be that way up, but actually no, because ladybirds don't stand on their legs like that, do they? They sort of crawl along. And I know sometimes we draw animals standing on 2 legs that actually stand on 4 legs, but you know, sometimes we don't. And this is one of the times when I'm trying to be sort of anatomically correct with our ladybird. Okay, so these are the eyes, so we need to give our ladybird pupils. Now, we're going to draw our pupils. Now, I don't know if you can see, I'm not drawing these circles right in the middle. I'm drawing them very slightly above. And that's because our ladybird is sort of, because of the angle of our drawing, he's sort of looking very slightly up at us. So they're slightly higher in the eyes. And do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to draw another circle inside that circle in the top right area, like that. And then I'm going to colour in around it. So I'm going to create little points of light in our ladybird's pupils, and I'm doing them in the top right hand side, which means the light source is over here somewhere up here. Okay, so that's where it's hitting the eyes. Now that's going to be important later when I come to shading, because we're going to remember that our light source is over this side. Okay, so there's our ladybird's eyes. Now then, we're going to give our ladybird a little smile. So this is how we're going to do that. In between the eyes, slightly below, slightly towards the bottom, we do a little sort of mouth shape like that, but we are going to come down and join it up at the bottom, so it's like a little banana shape. Okay, showing us his or her teeth. And then eyebrows. You know how important eyebrows are in drawings, especially my drawings. We are going to draw the eyebrows up here, but we are going to draw them again. We're going to draw sort of like a shape for our eyebrows. And that's because we're going to colour this ladybird's head in black, because that's what colour ladybirds' heads are. So around all of these shapes, we're just going to colour like that. And we're going to leave the eyebrows white and the little mouth white, as well as the eyes, obviously. So we just colour in nice and carefully. Go slow when you get to the edges, when you get to the fiddly bits, so we don't accidentally draw in our little white spaces. So be nice and careful. This is the bit where I think I'm always going to smudge my drawing. I don't know why. I always say it's because I'm left-handed, but that only really applies when you're writing, doesn't it? When you're writing left to right. This shouldn't really apply with drawings, but I do always smudge everything. But as I say, it just adds a bit of character to my drawings. Right, there we go. There's our little ladybird's face. Very friendly little chap, I think. Right, the next thing to do, we're going to start on our ladybird's back. Remember, I said this is a nice, easy drawing. It's not going to be long until we finish. Right, what I want you to do is, they have a line straight up the middle of their backs, and that's because these are their wings. They open out, and that's how they fly, ladybirds, you see. But what they do, they line, it doesn't just go straight. What we're going to do, we're going to veer off to the side like that, and we're going to do the same on the other side like that, and then we're just going to colour that bit in, because that's how their wings work. They just sort of open and they fly away, and they've got little black bodies underneath, so it's almost like this is their jacket or something that then they use to fly with. What am I talking about? I have no idea. So there we go. There's our ladybird's back. Now, the next thing I want to do, we're going to give our ladybird little antennae. Now, this is my favourite bit of the whole drawing. Now, do you know what? In fact, I'm going to wait until the very end to do the antenna. There's two reasons for that. The first is, as I just said, it's my favourite bit of the drawing, and it's always nice to leave the best bit till last, isn't it? It's like when you're eating dinner, you always want to save the best mouthful of your favourite bit of food till last. Well, it's the same with this. I like doing the antennae because they're little swirly things, and you know how much I like doing swirls. But the other reason is, we're going to colour all of this in, okay? And if I had drawn my little antenna, I'd have to sort of carefully colour around that fiddly shape. So I think it's actually better if we do all the colouring and then I can draw the antennae on top. Just be a little bit easier. So that's the other thing about drawing. You know, I said it's, anybody can draw. It's all about the order you do it in. That's true. It's all about sort of planning ahead with your drawing. So that's what I'm trying to do in this instance. But I am, having said that, No, actually, do you know what? I'm not even going to add the I was going to add the spots of our ladybird, but I'm going to wait for that too. I'm going to colour this all in red, and then I'll add all the spots and everything afterwards. But what I will add now is the legs. So ladybirds are insects, so they have 6 legs. So let's add 3 legs on each side. So the legs, super easy. We're just going to do a little curvy bit that sort of bends at the end for a little foot. And we're going to do another one here, 2, and then another one back here, 3, and then let's do exactly the same on the other side. See if you can make them symmetrical. So we're going to come down like that. 1. That's going to start there. 2, and then the last one up here. 3. There we go. There's our ladybird's 6 legs. And as I said, we're nearly finished. We have got to add the spots. We have got to add the antennae. But I think this is a good point to colour in our ladybird. Now, ladybirds, you know what? There are over 5,000 different species of ladybird, and they're all sorts of different colours, all sorts of different things. I mean, you can get yellow ones, orange ones, brown ones. So do you know what? Some ladybirds don't have spots, they have stripes. So I think they're a perfect subject for a Draw with Rob video, because you know what? I love it when you guys do all your different colours and all of your different patterns. It's my favourite bit. So the fact that there's loads of different colours and loads of different patterns in nature means that we're allowed to do whatever we want here. Now, I'm going to stick to the traditional ladybird colouring. Most of the ladybirds in the UK are red with black spots, 7 black spots. They're called 7-spot ladybirds. So I'm going to draw a 7-spot red and black ladybird here. But you do whatever you like. If you want to have stars, I mean, I know they probably don't have stars in real life, but you know what? It's Draw with Rob. Do what you like. If you want to do stars, hearts, stripes, clouds, anything you like, just go for it. Have fun. Use your imaginations. Maybe one wing will be one colour and one will be the other. It's totally and utterly up to you. I'm going to shade mine red. Now really, this is all I need to do is colour in that bit red. That's the only colour really here. But do you remember I talked about the light source earlier? I'm going to do mine, I'm going to shade it so it looks nice and rounded. Okay, so watch how I do it. I'm going to go into super speed mode, but you'll still be able to see how I do it. And you'll see how I make it a bit darker on this side and we have a little sort of shiny point of light up here. Because ladybirds are very shiny. So watch how I do it and maybe try and incorporate that into the way that you colour yours. Okay, right. Super speed mode time. I will see you back here in 20 seconds or so. Okay? Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So there we go. There is my lovely shaded bright red ladybird, or ladybug as they call them in America. So I'm quite pleased with that. So can you see what I mean about the rounded shading? So the light's coming in from here, which means we have two little points of light on the shell there, on the shell or on the wing case there, and then over here it's much darker, and that makes it look round. And I've used lots of little tricks. Okay, so gradually I've sort of started with orangey colours, then gone gradually darker red, and then round here what you do, did you see I was using like purples and blues, and you sort of do a little sort of a crescent shape around there. And the important thing is, which lots of people forget when they're doing three-dimensional sort of ball shaped things or curved shaped things, you have to leave a little halo of the lighter colour around the edge, and that really makes it look convincingly round. So there you go, a little tip. So you can see there I've just left a little bit of the lighter red behind the dark, and it really works. And you can see it, can't you? When you look at it, you can totally see that it makes sense, but sometimes you just don't think to do that. So there you go, a little art lesson for you. Okay, now we've got to add our extra little bits and pieces. Let's start with the antennae, because they're my favourite bit. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do two little curly bits that come up like that, go round in a little curl. There we go. Ooh, my ink of my pen is not taking brilliantly on top of the coloured pencil, but it's all right. It just means I've got to be very careful not to smudge it. Let's do the same here on this side. Can you see how the ink is just sitting on top of that waxy coloured pencil? But it's fine, it will dry eventually, but it needs to be quite thick and it will take a little while to dry, so yeah, hence me not wanting to smudge. There we go. Cute! I love doing those swirly bits. I mean, you can see, can't you, from my signature, I love doing a little swirl wherever I can. Okay, now we're going to add dots. Now, do you remember I said that most of the ladybirds found in the UK at least are the 7-dot variety of ladybirds? So let's add some dots. I'm going to start with quite a big one here in the middle of the back. Okay, so let's see, I'm going to colour that in. Wow, it really is sitting on top. I still think it was worth doing this though, because otherwise the shading would have been quite fiddly to go around all of these dots, certainly to go around those antennae. So there we go, there's one big dot there. And then I'm going to do, let's think, I'll do one sort of coming off the side down here, I think, like that. So there we go, a little dot down there, so that's 2. And then I'm going to do a smaller one back here. Do that just going off the back there, like that. 3. And then we'll do one right in the middle, because they're 7 dots, so they're symmetrical, so they're always exactly the same. They're like one of those Rorschach patterns, okay? Oh, did you hear that? Ringo's barking at something. He's in the garden. Hello, Ringo. You all right? You all right, mate? What have you seen? Maybe he's seen a squirrel or something in the garden. Oh, I'll leave him to it. Sorry about that. Yes, so they're like one of those Rorschach patterns, so they're exactly symmetrical. So I'm going to draw another dot there, another one there, another one there. But we're going to do, because they're 7 dots, we're going to do one right in the middle here. There's sort of half and half on each wing. And that's what makes the 7, the odd number. So there we go. Now I'll just go into super speed mode to do these other 3 dots. You don't need to see me colouring those guys in again. So I'll see you back here in a couple of seconds. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, there we go. You will notice I made those 2 a bit bigger in the middle just to make it a bit more balanced and sort of fill the space more. So there we go. There is my finished Ladybird, my finished 7-spot Ladybird character, and I am really liking him or her. Full of character. Very nice indeed. Now the last thing we've got to do, as you know, is we need to let everybody know who has made these lovely works of art. So you need to sign your pictures. So I'm just going to do mine here. There we go. There's my little swirl. Rob. There we go. My finished little signature on my finished bit of artwork. And I like this one. So listen, I want to see your pictures. I'm very hopeful that you've done lots and lots of lovely different colours and patterns and all sorts of things. So I cannot wait to see this lovely army of ladybirds that you guys create. So this is how I get to see them. What you need to do is get your grown-up to take a picture of your drawing. And then if they post it with this hashtag here, Draw with Rob, onto social media, so onto Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or in Facebook you can actually just put them in the replies, and that's quite a good way of getting me to see them. But otherwise, if you use that hashtag, then I will get to see them, and I cannot wait to see them. And who knows, maybe yours will make the grid at the end of the week. Right then, I hope you've had a lovely time drawing this ladybird with me today. I've really enjoyed showing you how to do it. It's nice to do a simpler one sometimes, isn't it? I am going to be back very soon with another Draw with Rob video. What you need to do, if you're watching on YouTube, you need to hit that subscribe button, turn your notifications on. That way you'll get told when there's a new Draw with Rob video out and you won't miss any of them. Okay, so do it now. Hit that subscribe button, turn those notifications on. Okay, everybody, as I said, I'll be back very soon. In the meantime, take care of yourselves, keep on drawing, be kind to each other, and I will see you soon. Bye bye, everyone.